This is gonna sound really messed up, but I just wanted to knock his confidence because he just had too much vim and too much energy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Adiola Pachon. You know the vibes already. You know how I do my thing. I feel like I haven't sat down and filmed in ages. I don't know why, even though I probably have. I always say this though, don't I? But today I just wanted to have a little girl chat. I just wanted to have like a little little chat things, you get me? Because like, you know, like we're on lockdown now, so all you can do is chat. Anyway, as you can see from the title, I just wanted to talk about times where guys have lied unprovoked. Like, why do you lie, especially to like for no reason? Like, I know guys lie all the time, but I'm gonna tell like stories of like guys that have just lied to me unprovoked for no reason. Till this day I still want to know what the reason is. I'm gonna give you guys 2 stories. So this first story, I'm not gonna say like countries that it happened in because I feel like it would be too obvious. So I'm just gonna say, first of all, how this whole situation happened was I was away with my friend. It was like our last night out. So like, you know when you're just really not in the mood but you don't want to stay in your hotel because you don't want to have your last night in the hotel, so we kind of just forced ourselves to go to a pool party. But all our other friends that we had on the trip had gone by then. We just had like a couple extra days. So we was at this pool party. There was this guy there. My friends knew the people on the table, but I didn't know the guys that were on the table. So this guy was just, I'm gonna call this guy Damon. I'm gonna call this guy Damon. So this guy called Damon, he was just trying to have chat with me, like just trying to talk to me, get to know me, and he was just doing a lot of talking. And for me, like, I just find that really irritating. Obviously it's nice because you're making me feel welcomed and stuff, but I just have this irritated feeling when a guy just talks way too much when I meet you straight away. Like you're trying to know what I want to do in the next few years, you're trying to know my plans, you're trying to know my goals, you're trying to know what my next steps are. Like, bro, like relax. I have friends that I've had for ages and we've never had deep conversations like this. Like, I'm very selective with how deep our conversations can go. Like, I rarely ever go deep with anyone. So he's just chatting there. I find it kind of irritating. He is kind of cute though. Like, if he wasn't too chatty, I probably would have found him a bit more cute, but I just wasn't really taking him in. So we're chatting and then obviously he just disappears at this pool party. He doesn't ask for my socials, he doesn't ask for nothing. But I could tell that there was a girl there on that holiday that he'd probably had a little fling with on the trip, but it obviously wasn't nothing serious. But I could tell the girl was probably a bit watching him chat to me, but she knew she couldn't really say anything. I could just get those vibes, and I could get that he wasn't really comfortable, that he probably just wanted to get out of the situation. He'd left, yeah, so he didn't get my nothing apart from my name. I've come back to the UK, I think it's been a few months now, like maybe 2 or 3 months. I'm at an event in the UK and we're in like our own little section, and then my friend's like, oh my gosh, you know Damon's here. And I was like, oh really? I've gone over to him. I was like, oh my god, stranger, you're right, blah blah blah. And he was like, oh my, no, actually, first of all, when I've gone over to him, he couldn't quite remember where he met me. So you know, like a face looks familiar, but he's like, oh, where did I meet you again? So he couldn't quite remember. So then I reminded him and he was like, oh my, this is where the unprovoked lie #1 starts. I was like, oh my god, Adiola, like, you know what's so mad? Ever since I saw you in that country, like, I've just been thinking about you. Like, I was so pissed with myself that I'd left without getting your number or your nothing. Like, it's been bothering me since. Right, it's been bothering you since then, but you didn't, because there was people on, when we was on holiday, there was people on that table that knew me, that had direct contacts to my friend. Do you get it? So you could have asked someone to, do you know what I mean? Like, if you really wanted it to get to me, you could get to me. Do you know what I'm saying? So that lie, I was just like, okay, hi. I was like, babe, why are you lying? Because like, you just met me now and you couldn't even remember where you saw me. Like, if it was bothering you that much, it would be very, very fresh in your head. It's like, oh no man, Adiola, like, you know, like when something bothers me so much and it's like, I'm so pissed with myself, I'm never gonna get the opportunity again. Like, I just had to shove it to the back of my mind. I was just like, okay, like, but everyone was drinking, it was at an event, do you know what I mean? There was no need for me to go in on him, and I was just like, oh, okay, like, whatever. And then he's like, oh, anyway, because obviously, so I think this was like a Friday night, he was like, oh, anyway, what are you doing on Monday? And I'm like, I don't know, like, nothing, maybe why? And he was like, oh, okay, give me your phone. this guy's taken my phone, yeah, he's gone onto my calendar and he's set an alarm and he's like, okay, it's 6 o'clock, date with Damon. And I was like, rah, like, I was like, rah, like, that's so, like, assertive. Like, I actually kind of liked that. In my head, I was like, rah, like, I like that. And he was like, yeah, like, I'm going to see you on Monday, like, we're going to go out, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, cool, well, enjoy the rest of your night. And I've gone to have the rest of my night with my friends, enjoying my night. So Saturday's gone by, Sunday's gone by, Monday's gone by. No, Saturday and Sunday has gone by. We're now at Monday. I haven't heard from Damon, the guy that said that he'd been thinking about me since we were on holiday a few months ago, that he was pissed with himself, blah blah blah. I haven't heard from Damon. Monday comes, the day that we're supposed to be going on a date. So we're going on this date at 6 o'clock. On the day of the Monday, I've already got in my head that I'm not leaving my house because, babe, you can't message me on the day and think that I'm leaving my house. I get a message at 2, I think it was like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and he was like, yo, Mrs. How are you, blah blah blah, you still good for today? And I was just like, I haven't heard from you throughout the whole weekend. Like, I've got other things to do. Like, I'm not gonna base my Monday waiting for you to, like, message me. Like, if we were serious, you would have messaged me for that. Like, you could have said, did you get home safely, how's your weekend, blah blah blah, like, prepped me for Monday. But you haven't prepped me and you think I'm gonna come out and see you. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I hate even going on dates to meet new people, especially if I've never spent time with you before this. Do you get it? Like, if I'd met him out and we had spent time, like, if we was on holiday and we had spent time together on holiday already, I would be comfortable to see him again in the UK as a date. But I've not really spent time with you. I get really anxious to go on dates and see new people, so I'm like, nah. And I haven't spoken to you, like, a constant conversation with you for even a day, so, like, nah, I'm definitely not going. So he's like, oh, I was really looking forward to it, blah blah blah. And I was like, in my head I was just thinking, another lie. Like, how can you really be looking forward to something that you haven't even patterned? Like, you could have patterned the day and made sure, like, even a day before, like, oh, you still good for tomorrow, but you want to message me a few hours before and say, am I still good? Like, I even know you like that. Cool. Another lie. I'm really looking forward to it. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. He was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna call you after work, blah blah blah. So I think the next day he'd called me and we was on the phone. Like, me and this guy, I hate phone conversations, like, especially if it's like, you're not even my bae. Like, I just hate it. I don't even do them things. Like, I just thought, okay, like, this was a time where in my mind I was like, okay, I'm actually gonna try and be open to, like, meeting new people and not just be so, like, harsh. We were on the phone, literally, we was on the phone for, like, hours. I think it was like 3 hours. We was on the phone for hours, but he was telling me about himself and his life. Like, he'd done this, he'd been through this, like, his family did, like, I knew a lot about the boy after the conversation. The way he was asking me questions as well, but the way I am, I don't really, like, tell people too much, because it's like, I don't even know if you're gonna be in my life by the end of the week, so I don't really like talking too much. While we was on the phone, he was saying to me that the next day he's basically flying out. Like, he was going to some other country, but he was like, he really wants to see me, that he's gonna come see me before he flies out. And I was like, that's just gonna be too much to do on one day. Like, and I don't even live in, like, where I live is, like, basically countryside. Like, it just doesn't make sense. He was like, nah, like, I can tell you're the type of person, you're hard to see, so I just feel like if I don't force myself to see you, like, I won't see you. And I was like, all right, cool, well, let me know tomorrow. Guys, let me know if I heard from the boy again. Just ask me if I heard from him again. I didn't hear from this boy again for, let's say, I can't remember, but months went by, like, whole months, like 4 months went by, and then I'm getting a message. Nah, it must, okay, I'm stretching it. It might have been like 2 months or a month or something went by. I've completely forgotten about this guy because there was nothing really to remember. He just sounded like those guys that sell dreams, and unfortunately he wasn't able to sell me a dream because I didn't buy it, so I just really didn't care. And then I get this number calling me. Wait, not even calling me. This is where the disrespect even comes into play, plus the more unprovoked lies. So I get this number trying to FaceTime me, and I'm just looking at it like, who the hell is this? Like, I don't pick up numbers that I don't know. like my phone is always on do not disturb, so it was just cancelling out. I get a message saying call me please, and I'm just thinking, and I've not had no conversation with this number before, so I'm just thinking, who the hell is that? I did it on WhatsApp trying to see if it's got a display picture. It doesn't. So I'm thinking, who the hell is that? I messaged back and I'm like, who's this? He's giving me like his full name, but at the time that I met him I didn't know that was his full name, but from the full name I could tell it was him, but I just wanted to just be a little bit of a bitch, you know. I was like, sorry, I don't know anyone by that name, and he shortened down the name again, and I was like, oh, you okay, question mark, because it was just, I just didn't get why the way. So he was, it was like 3 or 4 FaceTimes, like, you know, like it was urgent, so I was just like, you okay? And he was like, yeah, call me please ASAP or whatever. And I'm thinking, what does this guy want me to call ASAP for? Like I was already getting irritated. So then I've called, and then he's just like trying to have a normal chat with me, like telling me how he's currently in this country, that he's doing this, he's doing that in this country. And I'm just like, okay. And then he's like, but I'm back tomorrow, would you be able to pick me up from the airport? Somebody that I haven't spoken to, guys, and I'm not even exaggerating it, the way you lot know this guy from how I'm telling the story is the same way that I know this guy. Like, I didn't know this guy. Can you come pick me up from the airport? I said, huh? I just had to laugh because I just thought, you're actually so funny. I was just laughing, like, I was like, are you alright? And he was like, oh, you don't need to ask me if I'm alright, like, it's just a yes or no question. I was like, nah, this one isn't even a yes or no question. This one is, I have to ask you if you're alright. Like, I just had to go in on him. I was like, I haven't heard from you, we don't talk, and then you just want to call me that I should go leave my house and go into my car and drive, like, to go to the airport to pick you up, to drop you home, then for me to then drive and come back home. Like, why would I do that? He was like, no, like, I told you, because basically when we was on the phone, like, when we was getting to know each other on that 3-hour phone call, he was asking me questions like, what's your toxic trait or something like that. He had basically told me that one of his toxic traits is he's not really good at communicating, that he can just disappear. When we was on the phone, I was like, oh, right, like, that's cool, but for me, that's not, like, if I was chatting to a guy that just thought he could disappear and come back in, like, that was never gonna run. So he was like, oh, but I told you on the phone, like, I just, like, sometimes I'm just not good at communicating, I just disappear. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, like, you can disappear, like, I didn't come to find you, but you're the one calling me, asking me to come pick you up from the airport. I just don't understand why I would do that, like. And he was just like,
oh, okay, cool, I get where you're coming from, but basically the reason why I was calling you is because I was on a mountain, and like the way the sun was setting, like everything just looked so beautiful, and it just reminded me of you.
Right, so basically you mean to tell me we met in this country abroad, didn't get none of my numbers, nothing, never heard from you again. I met you at a party, you couldn't remember where you knew me from, but you'd been searching for me. You were so upset that you missed that opportunity to get my socials the first time. Get my socials, you say that we're going on a date in a few days. After those few days have gone, I haven't heard from you. I hear from you on the day of the date, and you want to tell me that I should now come out on this date. After you have now had an unsuccessful date with me, you then proceed to tell me that you're going to see me before you go away the next day. When the next day comes, I do not hear from you. A few months later, you want to call me to tell me to come and pick you up from the airport. Clearly I'm a dickhead. Clearly you think I'm a dickhead. Guys, if you know the reason, let me know in the comment section. And by the way, after the conversation, I had told him that, yeah, I'm not coming, you're rude. He was like, oh, apologizing, like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, I'm so sorry, yeah, okay, when like, but I'll be back tomorrow, so I'm gonna holler at you, blah blah blah. Guys, that was the last time I heard from this boy. That was months ago. I've never heard from him again. But the sunset was so beautiful. So the sunset was so beautiful, you can't, these guys lie for no reason. And that's why you can't get sucked into it. Imagine if me getting gassed by sweet words like, oh my god, like we was on a phone for so long, oh my god, he said this, oh my god, he put it in my calendar. Imagine if I was reading into all of these things and like a mug, I was so into him. Imagine. The second story of when a guy lied unprovoked. This one's actually quite funny because I'm actually a bit tapped, but only when I want to be. Like, I don't want people to watch this and think they should behave like me. Do not behave like me. So I'm out, funnily enough, I was with Nella. We was at a party we're partying. The party was in like a house. Basically, guys, I get really anxious when I go to like places like parties or clubs and stuff, like especially if it's like really packed, and I feel like if I did just want to quickly get out, I can't really quickly get out, because I don't know why, I always think worst case scenario, like imagine if a madness was to happen and I need to quickly get out, like this, where's the escape? Do you get it? So I get really anxious. So we're at this house party, it was really packed, and we're trying to walk through the like corridor basically to get to like another room. And as I'm walking through this corridor, someone is grabbing me, like grabbing my arm, like you know what boys do, and like I just kind of put my arm back, like moved my arm like forward. I didn't even look back, and then again I felt the grab again. So I've looked back and I've seen this guy like basically trying to act like he wants to talk to me, and then I was just like, nah. We've walked through to the other room now. We've been in the other room for a bit. You know how house parties are, you're always just constantly moving. After we was in that room, I think we needed to go like back outside again, so we're walking through the corridor again. But at this point, when we're walking through the corridor, someone has turned off the lights, so it's just pitch black, and like there's just bare people in this corridor trying to get through, and I'm just getting anxious because I'm like, fuck, like I can't fucking see, like if someone wants to do something mad now, I can't even see where I'm going. So I'm on edge. Like when I get on edge, like literally anyone can get it at that point. As the lights are off, I can still feel someone grabbing my arm, and I'm thinking like, what the like it's actually dark and you're out here trying to grab my arm. So I'm like moving my arm, the lights come back on, and it's the same guy that's trying to grab me. But I've gone to him, excuse me, can you stop grabbing my arm please? And he's gone,
shut the fuck up.
and I'm like, whoa, it's actually my arm, like this is actually attached to my body, like it's mine, like all I'm on. I even said please. You know when you're so shocked that I just didn't even take it in? So I was like, okay, cool, let me just say it again, because I think I misread what you just said. So I said, excuse me, I just said, can you stop grabbing my arm? And he was like,
yeah, shut the fuck up.
Okay, right, cool. I'm a bit waved, everyone's just a bit waved, so I'm just really trying to just deep what's just happened. So like I've gone to Nella, like, Nella, how can someone be grabbing my arm and I'm telling them, can you stop grabbing my arm please? And he's telling me to shut the fuck up. And Nella's already been like, Nella was on smoke that day. She was like, who? And I was trying to find him. I was like, this guy. But obviously, like, because of the party we were at, the boys there knew us. So they was like, oh, no, who is it? Like, we'll go talk to him, So I've told them who it is. The boys have gone over to go talk to this guy, saying, I don't know what they said to him in it, but I felt like he must have assumed that I was a dickhead. Like, I don't know if I look like a dickhead. Thought he can tell me to shut the fuck up and then literally go about his party and have a nice night. LOL. I think the boys have gone to go talk to him, and then the boys have come back over to me and been like, he's just waved. He said that he just likes you and he wants to chat to you. And I just thought, is this what we're doing now? Like, so you want to chat to someone, you tell them to shut the fuck up because they told you to stop grabbing them. Okay. So anyway, the boy has now come over to me and he's like, I just wanted to say sorry, like blah blah blah, like I'm not like that, like just bare saying sorry. And I'm looking at the guy and he's not that bad looking, but he has these grills in his mouth, dead grills, the deadest grills I've ever seen ever in my life. Like, oh my god, no, like it looked like he went into his mum's kitchen and took foil and then foiled it on his teeth. But anyway, we're not gonna get into that. So he's gone and apologized to me, and I've been like, okay, cool, whatever. To be fair, I was still pissed because I just thought, if I didn't have the boys here, you would think that's okay. Like, not every girl goes out and they have boys there that can back them. Like, you're only sorry because of the fact that the boys here came and put you in your place. I was still a bit annoyed and I was a bit waved, and I just thought, nah, you're a prick. Anyway, I've gone up to him like a crazy person. I've gone up to him again and I was like, anyway, what's your name? And he was like, told me his name, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, so you want to chat to me? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, why is that? And he was just like you just like look really nice, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And then I was like, oh, so how old are you? I asked him for his age. He was telling me his age. I was like, okay, so what do you do for work? He told me what he does for work, and I was like, oh, okay, so do you live with your parents? Like, where do you live? What area are you from? I'm just bare doing like a quick interview, bearing in mind I had no interest in this guy whatsoever. And he was like, oh, like can I get your number? And I'm like, and I was just looking at him, like in my head I was just thinking, how do I really want to play this? And I was like, if I gave you my number, is there anyone that would be upset that you're out here at a party asking for girls' numbers? And he was like, no, Like, no, I'm single. Like, I don't chat to no girls. Like, it's mad. Like, I don't... Bear telling me how he doesn't chat to no girls. And I was like, are you sure? Because I feel like you don't need to lie. You literally just met me literally this second. And everyone's always slyly kind of talking to someone. I'm just asking if there's someone that would be, like, a bit annoyed. And he's like, no, man, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, give me your phone then. So he's giving me his phone, obviously assuming that I was going to put my number in it. And he's like, I think he's like chatting to his boy, and I've got his phone. I know I was in the wrong for doing that before anyone, the lawyers and the police officers, come in the comments and try to come for me, okay? So he's given me his phone, and I've looked through his call history, and I just like to see if there's like a girl that calls several times, like a back and forth kind of thing, because you can always tell from someone's calls history just by quickly looking at it who they talk to a lot. And if it's recent, then it's like clearly. So I've seen this name like come in the call history, like just this one girl, and I thought, okay, cool. So I've gone on WhatsApp and I've seen that same girl literally just in that conversation. I've just gone in the chat and I'm seeing like Baba, I'm seeing Babes, I seen to like literally as if he's with this girl literally constantly. This girl was just, I even thought I said love you Baba, like, oh, I'm gonna be home in 10 minutes baby. All this like back and forth lovey-dovey stuff, that you see them so much that you don't even have a continuous conversation. It was that kind of conversation. I'm seeing kisses, I'm seeing money talks, all this like in-depth stuff. I was like, wow. I've given him back his phone. I was like, oh, I asked you if someone would be upset if you asked for my number, innit? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna call this girl Amy. I was like, oh, but who's Amy? And then he was like, what do you mean? I was like, Amy, like, wouldn't Amy be upset? And then he was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, you know, you don't need to lie. You literally just met me, and you lying is just showing me the kind of person you are, because you actually don't owe me any loyalty right now. He was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, like, I'm like, it's just some girl that I'm just basically trying to say some girl he just sleeps with. Basically he's trying to say it's just some girl he just sleeps with, but it's nothing serious. And I was like, really? Is that how you talk about girls that you chat to? And he was like, no, but honestly I'm just saying like it's just some girl that I just sleep with, it's nothing that serious. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I read you lot's conversation and that looks like a bit serious to me. And he was like, no man, like it's not that, like obviously we chat, like she's good people, like blah blah blah. I was just looking at him like, you're actually the definition of trash. And I was like, you know what, nah, you can't have my number, you know, because you're not even, you like someone like me and you, we couldn't ever. And he was just like, no, I can handle a girl like you, like I can handle a girl. Just a bear doing all this talk. And I just thought, you know what, cool, I'm gonna give you my number. I don't know why, but I was a bit waved, and so I thought, okay, cool, because you're just lying. He was just lying to me up and down. At first you was rude, then you want to take the piss, then you want to lie, all of this. So I thought, okay, cool. So I gave him my number and I was like, okay, that's my number, good night, blah blah blah. The next morning, obviously I don't have his number, he has my number. He has messaged me, and I had no intentions to message him back. I just ignored it. I just wanted to, like, this is gonna sound really messed up, but I just wanted to knock his confidence, because he just had too much vim and too much energy. I feel like he probably gets girls all the time, so I just wanted to let him know that you're not all that, basically. Same day, like later on that day, he messaged me again, completely ignored it, and then yeah, from then he didn't message me again. And it was just like a little, like, just a little reminder for him, to let him know that, yeah, you ain't shit. Like, no girl is gonna be out here catting for you. You can't talk to girls like shit and think that, oh yeah, that they're gonna be happy to chat to you. I could tell he was the type of guy that will make girls feel like shit, or like be running game up and down, making like, so you get it? So I just wanted to do it to him. If you have any stories of guys lying to you for literally no reason or whatever, comment below and let me know, because I feel like guys do this all the time for no reason, and you're just like, what was the reason? Like, there's no reason, like I actually don't know you, and you're just lying straight away. I feel like that's a red flag straight away, guys. If a guy lies to you straight away in the beginning for no reason, like I can't actually be upset, like I don't know you, I can't be upset, and they're lying, they will lie throughout the whole time you know them, because how can you start off with a lie for no reason? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. And also a big thank you to you guys for watching.
Oh no.
And guys, I also want to say, please spam the comments with a big